Well, hello. I think we're all sorted. Let's get this stream on the road. Today I'm hoping to finish this painting. And when I say finish, I want to leave some parts unfinished. So I think down here, I don't really want to do too much, even though it looks a bit, rough. I don't think you need to colour in everything on your painting. I will need a sponge, micro sponge, because I'm going to do some pastels, so excuse me while I wander off to find it. Where is it? Don't want that one. Maybe that one will do. Just want a wedge. So that's the micro sponge. So I've got my palette of pan pastel here, and I'm going to think a little bit about the water, and just how much detail might drop into that. Right now, let's just zoom in a bit so you can see the picture a little bit more. What I've done, maybe that. Here we go. So, got some details in her here. Just a little bit in his. I wanted to leave his blurry. Just blurry, I thought. Soft focus, but some more highlights in her hair up around here. And then let's go down the dress. Just a little bit of detail on the dress. Bit of extra darkness down here. Some of the sequins where the light's hitting them. Her slip came in pretty good. Don't really need to talk too much about her. The legs are pretty happy with how the legs turned out. Oh, I will try and just soften that knee. I think that's something we need to do today. And most of my paintings I leave on the easel for a couple of weeks, just so I can come back and do adjustments. So I leave it somewhere I see it as I enter the room, and occasionally I'll go, oh, that bit's not quite right. What can I do to fix that? So I think we'll do that today. I've got the jazzy blues in the background. So we'll leave those running. I need, where's that chat window? Pop that over somewhere where I can see it. And so I'll just bring up the reference photo for you. And you'll see above her back, heading up, there's sort of the prisms in the water. So I may just do a little bit more this crinkly stuff in the water. I'm not sure. I'll just zoom in a bit more. And where we go, get our camera. Yeah, and try and fix that knee up, I think. And I'll put some sounds on for myself. Let's have some music to listen to. Where are we? Spotify. We're gonna have right. Let's just try and find palettes. So just a bit of turquoise to just soften it a bit. Get that darkness in the right place. It's kind of a warm dark. No. Try and get a little bit more darker value coming up here. Cry out. think that's a bit light. Just very lightly scuffing the pastel. Okay, let's darken that up a little bit. Okay, it seems to be sort of tidying that area up. Just sometimes, you know, probably with this knee, it's not quite where I want it to. I'm not sure what it is about it that's making me a little bit hesitant about it being fixed. I've got to be careful not to get into the detail. We don't want detail. We want an impression. Sometimes you do want a bit of detail. Just step back a bit. Let's zoom out and see how that looks. that okay? I think that might be just a little bit tonally off there. Where do we want to go? Is it this one? Okay, let's go across to that knee. I think I might want to just make that a little bit darker. Where's that picture gone? Yep. Yes. With maybe purplize it. With a blue. Where's it? Blue. Don't like you blues. I started packing up all my pastel pencils. That's the blue I wanted. Because I thought, oh, I'm done on this painting. I can just start putting everything away. And then what happens is I start pulling everything out again, going, no, you haven't finished. But I think that's pretty good. Might run this one. That's it. Dark turquoise. Just to knock it back a bit. We go. Right. Let's do yeah, I don't know. Let me just look at the reference picture carefully. What I need to do is there is a shadow that actually comes up over here. Just want to get a little bit more. So we understand that shadow and where it's going. Okay, that's better. It's almost like she's got a stocking or something on her leg. Stocking of shadow. Zoom in here. So on our reference photo, let's see if we can make this a bit bigger. It's not really what I wanted to do. Okay. So if you can see his back, I don't know if you can tell from the reference photo, but his back has got a much more bluer look on it than, I guess, his front. So the task I have now is to make this just a bit more 3D-ish and get a nice blue going down his back, and we're going to use pan pastel for that. We'll just start off with maybe a, which are you phthalo? Yep, phthalo blue shade. Can you see that? So that's what we want on his back. Get some of the darker, so I want that phthalo blue to sort of swing around into his back. Has he got it on his butt? He has. We'll just bring this in, and then we'll see if we can it comes up to about here. Normally I'm standing up when I'm doing pan pastels. It's a really energetic sort of way of painting, but we'll get away with just sitting down today. Okay, let's see how light we're allowed to go on the edge. So we'll drop down to the so this was my darkest. This is extra dark phthalo blue, and then just to show the difference, oops, that's the shade next to it, and then if you drop down one more, you can get the mid-tone. So that's quite a drop from the dark, and then we can go into tints, but I don't want to put a tint on his back if I can help it, but I think we do want just a flicker of light. There we go, that's nice, I like that. And then that same light will pull into the shadow, because then that makes sense. And we'll just go down the tones. There we go. And then that same, I can pull a bit of that blue down in there. Is that showing up on the camera? Just make sure it's still in shot. There it is. Let's just pull that down a bit. Yeah. Just see if we look along his leg. So he has, we'll just get this, I might need some violets. I need some violets. Where are they? There's some other violets. Oh, yep, there's a dark. I've got an extra dark at the back. But I think I want... Let's try you. Yep. Just want a bit of violet along there. And then we can get back into these phthalos. In the shadow. And what we'll do is we'll imagine he's actually wearing blue jeans. Even though they look black. Black and dark violet. Sketch you. And I've thrown in lots of green into play on those jeans as well. Got a nice bit of violet coming along here. Got greens reflected here, and the green reflected here is from her dress. So that's working okay. Oh, can you actually see where I'm pointing to? Yeah, you could. Yep, sometimes I've got my camera covered up so I can't tell what I'm looking at, or that what you can see. Just get a little bit of green in there. And super purple. So we can build up a bit of a more of a 3D effect, if that's possible. That's what I want. So this has created a bit of interest around here, whereas before there wasn't anything, it was just bland. And I think we want to Let's do a little bit of that if we can. Just around there. That's nice. That works. Hooray! You're always happy when you get what you hoped for. Some little sparks of light. Just a little bit of spark here, please. Nice. Oh, what's going on there? Sorry, I'm just going to get my head in the way because there's a little bit of something wasn't quite right there and I needed to access it. I think maybe a... Yeah, let's have some lighter violet. Yeah, a bit more interesting. Now I want that to blend in. Let me just clean up this. I did have floating around, there it is, a cloth, a paper towel to give it a quick clean, because I now have got some violets and blues together. Let's pop you over there. I think we'll go with that. Has actually got a bit of turquoise. How am I going to get that turquoise in without... Let's try. Pick that up. Look at that. We'll go down. Shade. I want it just a tad of green in there. That's it. I'm going to bring some more blue, but dark. Just try and delineate that. Let's get some green, dark green, I think. Maybe. Maybe this is a bit bluey too. Getting there. Right. Get some of this pigment off. I have a slug of coffee. Let's have a look at this water. What do I need to do with the water? I don't want to do too much to his leg down here, because if you see his foot, it's fading into the, you know, there's all this water in front of that leg. And so I don't want any detail. I'm very, very happy with this leg here. It's like, oh, that one worked. And that was a pan pastel one. You know, it's such a difference for me using pan pastels versus anything else. They're so painterly. We could probably bounce some of those. There's a couple of these that could be brighter, but I don't want to overdo them. We're going to think about the section up here. Let's go narrow. So what's going on in here? That's the bit that there's some interesting things. And I've one of the paintings or reference photos I'm looking at doing a painting of, well, I've already drawn it up, is just so full of water refractions. It's like, David, could you give yourself something simple to paint? Probably be nice if I did. How can we do these? What if we were to just... I wonder... It's just a bit too white. Too white. It's not going to work either. Right. We can just knock those back with a brush. Hello, Donna. So lovely to see you. We're nearly finished on this one. You will have seen it from the beginning. Let's just drop some of those in there without getting carried away. And oh, thank you, Donna. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy with the blue on the back. It just because you know the problem with black is it just flattens everything, and he was looking a bit flat. So what we're going to do is just add a little bit of light. A little bit of rainbow going on. Just want a little bit of orange in there. And the frightening bit is getting the correct violet, which doesn't suddenly kill everything. That seems to be okay. I'm not crying too hard about that. That works. Sometimes it's just little touches to finish it off. I think we want to Now, bubbles. Let's just zoom out of this. Bubbles. In the reference photo, it's like the bubbles are like snow coming down across them, and I haven't decided whether to add bubbles on him this sort of what's going on here. I wonder if I need these are kind of bubbles here, so I may actually, I think it may be might be done actually. It's always hard to know when to stop. Just give it a wee dust. But I think, I'm pretty sure this painting is close to being done. I mean, I could finish off the base, you know. So let's just go back to see the whole thing. I'll just zoom in a wee bit. Zoom in a wee bit more. Here we go. So this base could be fully painted in as well. I don't think it needs to. I think we've got some refractions going on. I'll just turn that light off up top so it's a bit more flatter. Right, now you can see it the way that it's going to look hanging on a wall. It's going to be that sort of colour. I thought about maybe knocking back the lights on his fingers. I did add more in her forehead and on her cheek. Okay, so Donna, you say no it doesn't, but I'm not sure what you're referring to. Finishing off the background, that it doesn't need doing? The space? I think that's what you're referring to, because that's my feeling, that it's totally fine to leave it undone, and what will happen is viewers' eyes won't go to the bottom. And if they do that, they may see this little squiggle down here, which is, you know, looks quite amateurish. And I don't mind that, because you then go, oh. But the rest is okay. It's got depth. I think we've added some depth, a little bit of violet in those refractions. We've got a contrast going on. I'm very happy with the shadow coming around here on her hand. His face is barely done. Just a little bit of blue violet for shadow. A little bit of light around his cheek. And what's that bit? Side of your... I suppose that's still his cheek. So that worked out really well. I added a very light red, a pink around her back to blend in with, you know, that this is the part of her dress which is closest to her skin and the light's hitting that, so some of her skin will reflect back out through the dress. I'm happy with that. I think it's done. I think we'll sign it. That's what we'll do. We'll put my little monogram on. Where will we put my monogram? Somewhere down here. So TJK. in turquoise, of course. And so, would you like to see the next painting? I will. Thank you, Donna. Let's bring up what the next one's going to be. So that's where we're at. So browse. Our next one is going to be. So I've got two that I'm trying to do. So one will follow this theme. So we'll show you that one first. So this one, if I can get it in there. There we go. This one's a nightmare because this is sort of the culmination of everything that I've been learning on this journey so far. So the folds of her dress, they're going to be a nightmare. We've got skin tones, of course, which they're a nightmare. And then if I just enlarge it really as much as I can you see there's lots of folds on his shirt, but across her arm, his arm, her thigh, there's all these water refractions. And like, if you're going to have a challenge, give yourself a good one, right? So, so that's kind of a wowzers. Let me show you the other one I'm going to have a crack at. So, my wife Helen likes reading Regency romances, and I quite enjoy them too. And she's got a cracker series going at the moment. It's quite stressful. Anyway, I came across these photos, a series of sort of period costume, and I thought I might have a go at doing this couple. I just quite like it's the faces, you know, the look in her eyes into his. It's quite lovely, but it's got some challenges with her dress and the pearls in her hair. I wonder if I could turn those pearls into a band. Anyway, that's for another time. So I think we've got a signature down here, and I will have this on my easel for probably another couple of weeks, and I suspect what I will do is lighten up just a couple of these sequins. There's a sort of a band of them. 1, 2, 3. That one. Couple here. Maybe a couple here that the light is just a little bit brighter on. So they stand out a little bit more. So I think that might be a task. But other than that, I think it's quite a nice painting. So, thank you to Donna and whoever else has joined the live stream. I'll be back again next week, starting a fresh painting. Until then, I wish you a very creative time. Goodbye for now.